Hey everybody, this is Roadblock. Welcome back to the Defense Channel. Today we're going to be looking at the WASP-class amphibious assault ship USS Bonhomme Richard. USS Bonhomme Richard was a WASP-class amphibious assault ship in the United States Navy. The ship was damaged beyond repair due to a fire aboard the vessel in 2020. Bonhomme Richard was laid down on August 18, 1995. The ship was launched on March 14, 1997 and commissioned on August 15, 1998 at Pensacola Naval Air Station. She was given the hull number LHD-6. The ship was named after the frigate commanded by Continental Navy Commodore John Paul Jones. She was built by Ingalls Shipbuilding in Pascagoula, Mississippi. Bonhomme Richard participated in several operations during her relatively short lifespan. In 2000, she was deployed as part of Operation Southern Watch, and in 2002 as part of Operation Enduring Freedom. In 2003, the ship deployed in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, offloading 1,000 Marines into Kuwait. Upon delivery of the Marines and their supporting vehicles and helicopters, Bonhomme Richard took up station off the coast of Kuwait, serving as a Harrier carrier along with sister ship USS Bataan in the Persian Gulf. Pilots from Bonhomme Richard launched almost 550 combat sorties and expended over 175,000 pounds of ordnance during this deployment. Following this, Bonhomme Richard sailed for Sri Lanka to provide support for relief efforts following the 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and its subsequent tsunamis. On January 4, 2005, the ship helped airlift relief supplies to the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. Bonhomme Richard deployed in Operation Unified Assistance in January and February of 2005. Her helicopters flew supplies and medical personnel into various areas of Indonesia, as well as evacuating the wounded. The following July, Bonhomme Richard participated in RIMPAC 2006. From May to November of 2007, she joined up with two U.S. Navy aircraft carriers, John C. Stennis and USS Nimitz, along with their carrier strike groups off the coast of Iran to carry out previously unannounced air and sea exercises. In July of 2008, the ship took part in RIMPAC 2008 off the coast of Hawaii. From September of 2009 until April of 2010, Bonhomme Richard deployed to the 5th and 7th Fleet area of operations. Bonhomme Richard took the place of USS Essex as command ship for the Expeditionary Strike Group 7 and switched home port from San Diego to Sasebo, Japan in April of 2012. During the summer of 2013, Bonhomme Richard participated in Exercise Talisman Sabre 2013. Maneuvers were performed off Queensland, Australia, and in the Coral Sea. After the exercise, the ship sailed for Sydney, arriving in August. Bonhomme Richard also assisted in the air-sea rescue operation of the capsized South Korean ferry MV Seawall with helicopters on April 16th of 2014. Once again, Bonhomme Richard participated in Exercise Talisman Sabre in 2017, involving more than 33,000 Australian and U.S. troops. Alongside Bonhomme Richard, 20 other ships and over 200 aircraft took part in what was Australia's largest exercise at the time. This was followed by a week-long port call in Melbourne. On August 15, 2017, an MV-22 Osprey that took off from Bonhomme Richard crashed in Shoalwater Bay on the east coast of Australia. 23 personnel were rescued, 3 died, with their bodies being recovered about 3 weeks later. On May 8th of 2018, Bonhomme Richard completed her home port change to San Diego. On the morning of July 12th, 2020, witnesses reported an explosion aboard Bonhomme Richard, which was docked in San Diego at her home port undergoing maintenance. It was also reported by the explosions may have been what was initially reported, but since then it's been stated that certain sailors saw smoke rising from the decks where maintenance was being performed. And this happened while she was docked in San Diego at her home port undergoing maintenance. The fire suppression system was disabled, and the amount of extra materials on board the ship for all the work that was being performed caused whatever fire was there to accelerate. 63 people, and 40 sailors and 23 civilians were injured during the fire. It took 5 days to extinguish and completely gutted the inside of the ship. Fire and water damage were sustained on 11 of the 14 decks. Sections of the flight deck and other decks were warped and bulging, and the island was nearly gutted. Seaman recruit Ryan Sawyer Mays was arrested and charged with setting the fire despite a lack of evidence. He was recently acquitted of all these charges. 28 Navy personnel, however, were disciplined by the Navy in relation to the fire, including the ship's command staff and the commanding admiral of the U.S. Pacific Fleet. The estimated cost to repair Bonhomme, Richard, was estimated by the Navy to be between $2.5 and $3.2 billion. In light of this, the Navy decommissioned the ship and made it available for sale to be scrapped. A group of bipartisan U.S. politicians from Florida petitioned to have the ship sunk off the coast as an artificial reef. However, on April 14, 2021, the same day she was decommissioned, Bonhomme Richard departed for international shipbreaking in Brownsville, Texas, to be cut up and recycled. She was the first WASP-class ship to be retired, the first to be scrapped. The rest of the ships in the class remain in operation to this day. That's all I got for today. This is Roadblock. I want to thank you guys for watching the Defense Channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Hit the notification bell so you get a notification every time we upload a new video. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.